So we finally have the glorious Model O minus that has arrived. I've been waiting for it for about a week now, and I'm super excited to check this out. Alright, so let's get started. You know, scissors would be much easier. It's actually really nice. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the little reflection on the 58 grams sticker. It's not really important, but it's cool. Cut that. And we should be able to peel the plastic back. There you go. There's the mouse. God, I'm actually so excited to try this. So then there's the mouse. This cable is bent underneath. You can kind of see a kink there, but it seems to leave fairly quickly. It's super light. It's kind of weird. So then what else do we have? This little silicone gel thing. Glorious. Alright, nothing really important. We get some stickers. I will not be using any of these, but that's cool, I guess. Get more things. Nothing that important, it seems. Some of the other stuff that you can buy from them. And a quick start guide with DPI. That's kind of cool. I have to say, I really, the feel of it, I have fairly small hands, but like it fills out my hands super well. I'm not a super big fan of this design on the side, but I guess that's to each their own. So for reference, my hands are about 6 inches long and 2.5 wide. So then we can look at the software. Here is just the glorious mode where we have the rainbow effects. I ended up just going with the color blue so that it would better match my setup. So here is a comparison between basically the 4 mice that I have owned. This was the first mouse that I had, and as you can see it's fairly small. It was cheap. Wasn't really that much to say about it. And then I moved on and I got this Logitech mouse. And honestly, for my hand, it was a bit big in my opinion, but I feel I used it for like 3 years. I liked having the back and forth buttons here. It made it really easy to like have this as chat, so that I could just talk to teammates. Good scrolling on it, which I liked. Kind of muted button clicks, but I didn't mind that. I actually kind of like that. But obviously heavy. And then we have the Model O minus that I just got. So obviously it's closer in size to the first mouse that I have, but it's honestly like half as heavy, which is nice. It has the back and forward buttons again, and clicks are a little louder, which is kind of annoying when you're not wearing headphones, but most of the time you are, so not that important. And then for comparison, here is the Master S, I think, from Logitech. And this one's way bigger. It's not really a gaming mouse. It's heavy, it's wireless. And honestly, it feels too big for me. It's like too big to be really that comfortable. And then here is just a comparison of the different mice. So we have a picture from the side, from the back, and from the top. And this is just to get a general idea of the different sizes. So after I got the mouse, I just wanted to play around in Kovaaks for a bit to get used to it. And I do have to say that I really enjoyed the feel of this. It was light, it was responsive. Honestly, anything you would really want. I didn't notice any hand cramping after using it for long periods of time. But again, I do have smaller hands, so that could be part of it. And honestly, I do feel like my aim improved as a result of using this mouse. As you can see, I ended up with a new high score after this run. That being said, I am not that good at aiming, and I'm sure that somebody that is better at aiming could make more use of having a mouse like this. That being said, I think anybody can enjoy it.
2, 1, and here we go.
To make this a bit more visually interesting, I decided to put up a video of me playing Paladins in the background while I talk about my impressions of the mouse, and you can also see me using the mouse. So, overall impression is that it's very different, but I do like it. It feels much smaller than the G403, so unless you really like small mice, or you have the G403 and you feel that it is too big, I would go with the Model O. The mouse buttons feel really clicky, and have a bit more resistance than the G403. I personally think I preferred the mouse click buttons on the G403. They were just slightly less annoying and easier to use, although after using the Model O for a couple weeks, I don't really notice it anymore, so it's just something that you'll get used to. The scroll wheel on the Model O Minus also has pretty distinct steps, especially when compared to the G403. The Model O Minus, after using it for a couple weeks, it's crazy light and it feels really nice. For me, I think I can flick way better than I could with the G403, but tracking seems to be a little bit more difficult. So I think a lot of that will just be getting used to it and maybe messing around with sensitivities a bit more in the future. After you get a light mouse, it's really hard to go back. I was trying to use the Master S to edit this video, and it just felt so heavy and so clunky by comparison. The mouse seems really well built. It has none of the issues of the side buttons clicking when you press the side of the mouse, which is nice to see. Although you can see straight through to the PCB, so hopefully this doesn't hinder the long-term durability. As I said, I used the G403 for about 3 years, so I'm hoping that this one holds up just as well. That's all for my review of the Model O Minus, but I've included the rest of this game if you're interested in seeing the comeback. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my review of the MX Master 3 coming soon.
Stay blessed.
Have you met my friends?